All right. I got one question to ask. Is Matt Hoffmeier in the house? Is he drunk enough to get on stage? He is. Let's just get it here for Matt Hoffmeier. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. Just follow the comedy. Follow the funny to me. Sorry for the joke. Actually, I can write a joke every once in a while. Jack Kevorkian's last words. Will help. Over here, Matt. Matt, this way. Behind you. There's the speaker. There's the stage. There's the stage right, Sean. Get on that sucker. Gotta do a step up. Center stage is right here. And the audience is facing you.
You know, some people think that blind people are funny, but I guess I'm here to prove them wrong. But anyway, let me tell you about my $132 bar tab. I was up at the bar about 2 months ago, and there was this guy next to me, and he was talking to his friend, at least I thought he was talking to his friend, about the NASCAR race. And I can't see a TV, but it is a shiny light to me, and I like to look at shiny things. I'm like a minnow. And so I'm looking at it, and he's asking me about it, but I don't realize he's asking me about it, so he's getting really pissed off at me because I'm not answering his questions about NASCAR. But you know, he goes back to talk to his friend, and he starts talking about his mom and how much he loves his mom and what a wonderful woman she is. And so I look over at him, I say, well, she's legal, bring her up here. Now, that turned out to be a problem. He got real quiet. Quiet in the kind of way, you know, John Wayne kind of way. And I realized I had stepped over a line. And so I kind of grabbed him in the shoulders like this. Then I realized, this is a really big man. I mean, this is a grown boy. So, I'm sorry. Can I buy you a drink? Yeah, you can buy me a drink. And I said, well, you know, small talk. What do you do for a living? I'm a Master Sergeant in the Marine Corps. Okay. But when you go to work, what do you do? I go to the front lines and I tell them who to shoot. Okay. Can I buy you another drink? We're getting to $132 bar tab. And you know, we're talking a little bit more, and I found out his mother that I had just insulted, you know, had been dead for 15 years, and I started feeling kind of bad about that, so I bought him another drink. But as we were talking about his family, he started getting into his Alabama accent, not so much his Marine Corps. You know, I'm a Marine Corps, and so I kind of fell into his way of speaking. But then he started talking to his friend again, and he was talking about his daughter and how much he loved his daughter. And so I asked him, how old is she? Well, she's 8 years old. I said, well, I'll set my egg timer for 10 years. I really shouldn't have said that. But, yeah, I said, let me buy you another drink. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But you know, we went, you know, talking more and more, and you know, I have this unfortunate thing where if I'm talking to someone that has an interesting accent, I start to fall into their accent. Pretty soon I'm talking like Foghorn Leghorn. That's right, baby, I'll tell you what, you know. And you know, so suddenly I'm from Alabama, you know. And that's when the bartender stands up and says, man, just because he's black doesn't mean you need to talk like him. What? You let a black man in here? I had no idea. I make a terrible racist. I'm just.
All right.
You done already, man? Come on, do another story. You got another story in you? Do the blind fight.
I don't really have a blind fight story.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, anyway, I was driving back from Atlanta, and I actually could drive at one point. It wasn't that long ago. But as I was heading back, I realized that the cars on the left side were kind of disappearing from time to time. I thought, well, that's a problem. But you get over 40 and you get glasses. So I spent the afternoon going over to Google, finding myself some really snazzy glasses. So I went to the doctor, and they said, well, actually, I think this kind of sucks, but I'm going to go right into the heart of the matter. But I went to the doctor, and Scott, I think I'm falling apart out here.
Keep going, man. Keep going. Go.
Well, they don't hand out these just anybody. But before you can get them, you have to get a full physical. So I went to the doctor to get a full physical before they would train me in how to use this thing. And, they went through all the tests, and he asked me if I had any problems other than, the basic physical. And I said, well, doctor, I have a little anxiety when I go into unfamiliar places. He said, well, you may have some depression. So, depression? No shit, I'm going blind. My dog died, my wife left me, yeah. Let's send this guy to Johns Hopkins. Okay, Doc. So he says, well, and I'm hoping for some Xanax. And well, no, I want you to see a therapist. Okay, well, I went to the therapist. Okay. Therapist says, well, Mr. Hoffmeier, do you drink? I said, well, it's a little early, doctor, but what do you got? He said, well, that's not really what I meant. How much do you drink? So, I don't know much. How much do you got? Mr. Hoffmeier, you really shouldn't be drinking if you're depressed. Fucking kidding me? Oh, it's happy fun times. So you want me to be happy? Yeah. But, well, I'm trying to remember where I was on this thing. But anyway, so when I asked the doctor, why do you want me to stop drinking? He said, well, there could be serious repercussions. I said, well, what do you mean? You could get a DUI. To be fair to him, he was probably just launching into his normal, speed. But ladies and gentlemen, if I'm driving down the road at you, you've got bigger problems than if I've had too much to drink. That's really all I have to say.
Great set, man. All right. This is Matt's second time up. He came up at second line, and I really see his material's improving. I hope he